In this video, I'm going to show how to quickly fix knee clicking and popping sounds. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So when it comes to knee clicking and popping sounds, the major causes are due to a buildup of joint stiffness and weakness and tightness in the muscles and their tendons that support the knee. To fix this, I want to show easy exercises that will loosen the knee while also strengthening it for both quick and long-lasting relief. Each one of these exercises works differently. They're going to target different muscles. To get the best results, go through them all and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. For this exercise, we're going to start seated on something high enough that our feet will not hit the floor. Usually the edge of a bed works perfectly. So whatever knee that you're having the most clicking or popping sounds, let's say it's our right knee, what we want to do is take the foot on that side and turn it inward as much as we can until we feel a really good stretch form around our knee. We're going to hold this and now slowly raise our foot upward towards the ceiling, trying to straighten this knee out as much as we can. If you're able to straighten it out completely, no clicking or popping sounds, hold this for about 3 to 5 seconds and then release it, and then slowly lower your foot downward towards the floor, but resist against your leg weight. So we're going to resist going up and down to target tightness in both directions. So if you were able to do this, no clicking or popping sounds, try to just do about 5 to 10 repetitions. It really just loosens things up. But if you did notice while doing this that you get a clicking or popping sound, like right here for me, if I go up a little bit more, it clicks right here. At that point, I like to keep building into that movement over and over again, because what you're going to notice is with each repetition, the clicking or popping sound lessens or it goes away completely. So if it doesn't want to go away completely, at that point I would try to take this one to the next level by adding in a massage, trying to get rid of more tightness. So what you're going to need is something soft and round. A tennis ball works perfectly. So I build into this movement, and what I like to do is pretty much just massage all around the knee, focusing below the knee right here, off to the side of the kneecap, and then also over the top of my thigh. The odds are you're going to find that one certain spot just feels really tight and achy. Maybe it's right over the spot that you're getting the clicking sound. At that point, just add in that massage and keep doing this over and over again until everything is nice and loose. You're not getting any more clicking sounds, or you're not getting any more improvement. So a couple more positions that you can try and hopefully get some more relief with this is turning your foot outward as much as you can until you get that stretch in the knee, and then repeating going up and down with it. And you can also do a pendulum swinging motion. So we're just going to more or less swing our feet from side to side. Go through all of these movements and focus on any that are reproducing that clicking sound and keep building into it over and over again until it finally goes away. For this exercise, we're going to start lying flat on our back in bed or on a floor, and definitely wear socks with this one. It'll make it a lot easier to do. We're going to start with our legs roughly hip width apart, knees bent, and we're going to gently press our heels downward into the bed or the floor. Whatever knee that you're having the most clicking or popping sounds, let's say it's our left knee, what you want to do first is just slowly press your heel outward and let it slide across the floor or the bed, and only go a little bit, maybe an inch or two, and then bring it back. And then on the next repetition, go a little bit further with it and then come back, and just keep repeating this over and over again to the point where you can fully straighten your knee. But if you do get a clicking or popping sound with this, like right here for me, if I press a little bit more, I get that click. At that point, I like to build into that movement over and over again until the sound goes away or I'm not getting any more improvement. And you can also add in some ankle movements, foot movements, to target some more muscles. So turn your foot inward like this, feel a light stretch around the knee, and then repeat. And you can also turn your foot outward and then repeat. Again, if any of those create those clicking sounds, keep building into that movement over and over again. And you are more than welcome to do both knees at the same time. Just do it as a nice fluid movement like this. But let's take this one to the next level and focus a little bit more on strengthening muscles and tendons around the knee. For this one, we're going to keep our legs roughly hip width apart. We're going to lift our knees so they're straight upward towards the ceiling, knees bent roughly at 90 degrees. Take your hands, put them off to your side for support. So for this one, we're going to mimic a pedaling motion. So what I like to do is just small circles like this, trying to straighten my knees slightly, and then with each repetition, I try to press my foot out a little bit more, because the more that you press out, the more challenging this will be. So try to do this for about 5 to 10 seconds. Relax, take a breather, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. But again, if you notice that you're getting a clicking or popping motion, try to throw more repetitions in until everything loosens up and you're not getting any more sounds. For this exercise, we're going to need a large rolled up bath towel. You can do this on a floor, but I usually find that doing it at the edge of a bed is the easiest. So let's take that towel and place it right underneath the knee that we're having those clicking and popping sounds. For the first movement, we're going to have everything nice and relaxed. From there, we're going to take our knee and just press it straight downward into the towel. As you do this, you're going to feel a lot of soft tissue around the knee start to fire. So build into this one as much as you can. Hold it comfortably for a second or two, release it, and then repeat this 15 to 20 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. But if this does create clicking or popping sounds, at that point, I would throw more repetitions in until they finally go away, or you're not getting any more improvement. So let's take this one to the next level and start adding in some foot and ankle movements to target some more muscles, hopefully get more relief. The first one is the gas pedal. So it's kind of like pressing your foot into a gas pedal. Build into that movement as much as you can until you feel a really good activation of the calf muscles working upward into your knee. And at that point, you're going to hold it and now press your knee into the towel. You can also bring your foot towards you like this. Again, you're going to notice that the calf muscles start to fire. Feels a little bit differently. You can turn your foot inward and repeat, and also outward. I would go through all of these movements. If any of them feel really tight or achy, or they are creating those clicking and popping sounds, at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose, or you're not getting any more improvement. So now let's focus on getting long-lasting results by doing a really good strengthening exercise that you can do every day. So for this one, we're going to start lying flat on our back in bed or on a floor. Have your legs roughly hip width apart, knees bent, feet flat. Take your hands, put them off to your side for support. Now slowly press your heels downward into the bed or the floor until you feel a light activation of the glutes or the buttocks. You're going to hold this and now slowly lift your hips upward towards the ceiling until your body roughly is in a straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. You're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire. The core, your back, your butt, your legs, everything that's essential for good knee health. Let's try to hold this for about 5 seconds, release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 5 to 10 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. But afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, challenge yourself by throwing in another set or two. But let's take this one to the next level, make it more challenging, target some more muscles. So what I like to do first is get back into my original position, but I'm going to take one leg, lift it up, and then straighten my knee, point my foot towards the ceiling. You're going to put all of your body weight on the other side's knee. Focus on trying to keep your hips nice and level with this one. Hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds, release it, take a breather, and then repeat this on the other side for 5 repetitions on both sides. The most challenging position though is what is called a hamstring walkout. And this one is going to target the back of your thighs all the way towards the back of your knees. So we're going to get back into our original position. I'm going to press my heels into the floor and then slowly walk them out. Again, you're going to feel a deep activation on the back of your thighs. Give that a try for 3 to 5 repetitions. But I would go through all of these movements. If you find that one is just helping out the most, or it feels like it has the most weakness, at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until it feels like you got a really good workout. So here's another really good daily strengthening exercise called the wall sit, and this one is extremely helpful if you get clicking or popping sounds while trying to squat. So we're going to start right next to a smooth wall or a door. Just put your whole backside flush against it. Have your feet out in front of you, a little bit wider than your hips, and point your toes out slightly to take tension off the knees during this exercise. From here, we're going to lean all of our body weight into the door and also onto our heels. So once we've done all of that, what we're going to do do is just simply sit or squat our bottom towards the floor. Let your back glide down the door. So the more that you go down, the more that you're going to feel a deep activation of muscles in the hips, legs, going all the way towards your knees. Build into this one as much as you can. Go down as far as you can. Hold it comfortably for a second or two, and then drive up quickly like this. Take a breather. On the next repetition, challenge yourself by going down a little bit more and repeat this for 10 repetitions. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, always challenge yourself by throwing in another set or two. But if you want to take this one to the next level, especially if you were getting clicking or popping sounds while doing this motion, this is what we can do. We're going to squat down to the point where if we went a little bit further with it, we would get that clicking or popping sound. We're going to stop right before that point, hold this for a second or two, and then I'm just going to release it slightly. But we're not going to come all the way back up, just a little bit. Hold that for a second or two, and then squat back down into it, because you're going to notice that with each repetition that you can go down a little bit further to the point where you're not getting any of those clicking or popping sounds. Just keep building into this over and over again until everything is nice and loose, or you're not getting any more improvement. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.